What is up, YouTube? This is World of Warcraft Pro, and today I'm going to be talking about why the Ghost perk from BO3 needs to be adjusted, because as it is, the Black Ops 3 Ghost acts exactly the way the Black Ops 2 Ghost did, which is you're only protected from the UAV if you are moving, and by moving, you have to be moving forward at least 50% of your base speed. So, of course, base speed depends on your weapon class. So if you're running like an LMG, that base speed is going to be slower than if you're running an SMG. But either way, backing into a corner or something like that will not protect you from the UAV. And I'm going to go over why it needs to be brought back to more like the Black Ops 1 Ghost Pro perk. And I'm going to tell you guys why exactly the Ghost Pro perk is not overpowered. Some of you guys think it's completely overpowered and completely game breaking. And yes, some people didn't like Ghost from Black Ops 1, and people didn't like Second Chance either. And some people thought Second Chance was game breaking. That's a topic for another commentary. I'm not going to get too much into it, but I mean, they did patch it eventually, and they did made a few tweaks with it. So I mean, it's not game breaking, but that's another topic for another commentary. But let's talk about Ghost from BO1 and why people thought it was so game-breaking, so overpowered compared to the other Tier 1 perks. So the first and most obvious utility is that you're protected from the spy plane or the UAV, depending on what game you're playing. This is a standard feature. I mean, every COD has had some form of protection against the UAV. Keep in mind, guys, it only takes 3 kills to get. It's not ridiculously hard to get. Any noob can get it. And, you know, it takes 2 with hardline, and, you know, some games you can get support UAVs or support SATCOMs or whatever you want. So it's not like UAVs are extremely difficult to get. And they're not at all. I mean, a lot of times they're spammed, and the other team has them up a lot. So I mean, Ghost, that utility there is very important. Next, in this perk, we have protection against stuff like sentry guns and infrared scopes and like that camera spike thing, which I didn't see a lot of people use in this game, but it was still in the game nevertheless. But let's be honest, guys, who used infrared scopes in this game? It's not like the thermal sight from other games. It's not like the target finder, and it's not like just not like dual band from BO2. Because if you guys don't know, if you guys ever use the infrared scope, it actually reduces your center speed, so it makes your gun kick more. And not only that, but it's so staticky because, you know, they had to bring it to 1960s technology, so they made it more like obsolete than you would see in a Modern Warfare game, that the sight picture was very hard. It was pretty much detrimental on old guns to use an infrared scope. So no one used that. And then no one uses the camera spike because obviously, like, if you're gonna have a camera spike, like, to watch an area, you might as well have a motion sensor to watch an area, like, because you can see other things in your mini-map, not just the picture that your camera sees. And then you can hide from the sentry gun. But let's be honest, guys, is it really game-breaking to hide from a sentry gun? Well, I mean, let's face it, in Black Ops 2, we didn't have a single perk that would hide you from the sentry gun. Blind Eye and Cold Blooded both did nothing against the sentry gun, and the sentry guns were so OP in that game because they could literally shoot you through walls, and it was just not fun. You couldn't knife them either. You'd have to actually shoot the sentry gun. So, yeah, I mean, yes, you could take them out with an EMP grenade, but do you really want to run an EMP grenade? Wouldn't you rather have it built into a perk you're already going to use? So, yeah, that's a lot of utilities there, but let's compare it to some other Tier 1 perks. Now, Flakjack is probably the biggest competitor of this perk. Flakjack protects you against most forms of explosive damage. That's pretty powerful, guys, because you can survive lots of grenades, you can survive C4, claymores. It protects you against a lot of kill streaks, and even to some degree like chopper gunners, because they fire explosive rounds. So I mean, yeah, you're protecting a little bit against the splash damage, but it's not that effective. So we got a pretty powerful perk right there. In Flakjack Pro, you know, you can toss back grenades and be protected against fire, which they aren't as useful utilities, but they're still there. It's still utilities. Then you got Scavenger Pro. With Scavenger Pro, yeah, it's good because you can pretty much have unlimited ammo. You just get extra starting ammo. You can resupply grenades and tacticals. Pretty much resupply anything you want. And then we got Lightweight, which Lightweight I never found that helpful because, you know, as you guys know, I'm a camper. But if you're an extreme rusher who really wants to move around fast and mess up the camera angles, and, you know, then go ahead. It completely broke Black Ops 2, so let's put it that way. So it is a powerful perk, and also you can take no falling damage to get the pro version, so that's pretty good. And then you got Hardline, which Hardline, Yeah, you'd think it'd be a good perk, but it's underpowered in this game. I would honestly, if I was gonna remaster Black Ops 1, I would change it so that not only can you just double tap care package for the pro version, but also you can every 2 assists counts as a kill, because I like that from MW3. That makes the perk worth using. And not only that, but I would make the kill streak system so like you can cycle through your kill streaks again. So after you get dogs, you can continue to earn your other score streaks and continue going on streaks instead of it just ending at your highest score streak like it does in this game. So I'll definitely change that, and that'd make that perk more viable. So there you go, guys. Ghost Pro, yeah, it's a stealth perk in the game, but it's not game breaking. Ghost doesn't affect you if you don't use a UAV. And keep in mind, guys, the UAV is spammed because, you know, most players in the Call of Duty community cannot get high kill streaks like dogs or chopper gunners or AC-130s or whatever the high kill streak may be. They have to go for the lower stuff, like the spy planes. And even then, they might have to use hardline to get it. So the UAV spam could be real because so many people use that. Because I mean, yeah, it could be helpful, but it's also really easy to get. So that's what we gotta remember. But let me also explain to you guys why we need to change the perk around, because some of you guys might say, oh, World War, you're a camper, so of course you want to change it around. Well, yes, it would help campers if Ghost was just keeps you off the minimap from the UAVs. But we also got to keep in mind that it affects rushers too. Because let's say you have to reload, you gotta sit in a corner to reload for a few seconds there, you're gonna show up on the minimap. That can get you killed. And let's also look at the other weapon classes like the sniper rifles or the LMGs. With those classes, you're not as mobile as maybe an SMG or shotgun, so you might want to sit in a corner to reload that box magazine on your LMG, which may take like up to 9 seconds, as in the case with the M60 in this game. It could take a ridiculous amount of time, and I would like to stay off the minimap. I mean, I shouldn't be punished for not moving. Like, I don't want to be moving around 24/7. And like, let's say you're guarding a flag in domination. Why do you want to be running around that area? Like, why can't I just defend the flag? It's straight in front of me. I can just defend the flag from this vantage point. Why do I have to keep moving around? Vonderhaar is obviously trying to force everyone to be a rusher, but not everybody is a rusher, and not everybody wants to rush 24/7. So also keep in mind, well, what about those scenarios where you might want to maybe climb a ladder? I mean, there's no ladders in Black Ops 3, but in Black Ops 2 there were. Like, are you off the minimap when you climb the ladders? Probably not. And you see where I'm coming from? It affects rushers too, and honestly, the perk's been nerfed to shit. Let's be honest here. Black Ops 2 completely split up Ghost Pro because so many people bitched about it in Black Ops 1. Which, guys, I just went over. Yes, it is a powerful perk, but it's not significantly more powerful than Flash Jacket. It just serves a different purpose than all those other Tier 1 perks. And, guys, you gotta keep in mind that Ghost doesn't make people camp. Campers just use it because they don't want to be on the UAV 24/7 because people spam UAVs. I think UAV spam's a big problem because in Black Ops 2, you gotta remember that Ghost was unlocked to level 55, so I mean, if you weren't prestige yet, you couldn't like permanently unlock Ghost, and you couldn't unlock the counter spy plane until level 32. There really was no counter to the UAV until you got the counter spy plane, and even then, why do I want to run a kill streak to counter another kill streak? I just want to run a perk and just completely be off the minimap. That's why I run a suppressor. Like, what's the point of having a suppressed weapon if you're on the minimap from the UAV 24/7? Like, I just really think that it's a good compromise. Like, yes, just give us complete immunity from these UAVs, and then I'll be happy. Of course, not from the hater or the VSAT or from the Blackbird or whatever you want to call it. Of course, that streak has its purpose because everybody shows up on the minimap like it should be. But just Vonderhaar, I mean, you already took out the blind eye function. You've already took out like the invisible, like the cold-blooded function. Like, so just give us the hitting off the UAV, and I'll be happy, and I'm sure a lot of other people would. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the commentary, don't forget to like and subscribe. Be sure to tell Vonderhaar what you think about the Ghost perk, and hopefully it gets changed to more of a Black Ops 1-esque feel to it. So yeah, just tweet Vonderhaar, go to the beta feedback, and tell him what you think, and hopefully we can get this changed, and hopefully we can get this reversed. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. This has been World War, and see you guys later.